The National Domestic Violence Hotline reported that 57% of students who reported dating abuse experienced it in college. And 20 to 30% experience some form of physical aggression. So this would be the slapping and hitting and punching that we typically think of when we think of physical abuse. But 8 to 16% reported some type of severe physical aggression. So this could be strangulation, for example, which if you didn't have the chance to take a look at the episode that we did on strangulation with Dr. Amanda Taylor, I highly recommend that you check that out after this episode. Now, 70 to 90%, and I'll give that stat again, 70 to 90% experience some form of psychological aggression. This could be the name calling, the insults, the mind games, the gaslighting, right? But 12 to 30% said that they experienced some form of severe psychological aggression. And so this could be threats of harm, whether it was threats of suicide or threats to hurt their partner. It could also include destruction of property. Now, a lot of people don't think of destruction of property as a form of psychological aggression, but if you think about it, if somebody punches the wall right beside your head and then tells you that they were doing you a kindness because they didn't connect it to your face, that's a form of psychological aggression. You're basically telling that person that I could have done this to you, but I did it to your property instead. And it's usually the victim's property that is destroyed and not their own. So 3 to 20% said that they experienced some form of sexual aggression. And this could have been threats of sexual assault. But 3 to 9% said that they experienced some form of severe sexual aggression. And these may be the cases that there was actually a use of force.